How important is communication? So importance and communication, criticality and communication. How critical is communication? I cannot hear two different words happening here. These are synonymous, critical and communication. So in the 29 years of whatever that I've done in my life, which is largely to do with English and then with communication, what I found out, what has come out, and I'm sure that it echoes with all of our mindsets who are here listening to me, watching me, that communication is the be-all, end-all of organizational effectiveness. Yes, that's a bold statement, and I plan to make that statement, and I'm making that statement. Communication for any kind of organizational effectiveness, for any kind of, all of us, we have gone through lots and lots of things that we see as concerns, as problems, and there are a lot of lacunas, and there are a lot of employee concerns, and there are 1,400 factors, as they say, working at a given point in time on somebody's mind. So with so many employees, so much of HR look at the kind of problems that would be happening. Not only problems, so many kinds of thought processes, so many kinds of concerns. All of them, can they be handled with one solution, which is going to be a rocket science solution? Or is there going to be one science which will handle all of that? I really doubt that. I'm sure you do. So one thing that can really bring us to the conclusion and solution of everything is communication. And that's how important communication is. So our communication style can really make us succeed, and our communication style can really be responsible for holding us back. Now that is what is the operative word. Holding us back, yes. For achieving our objectives, for improving the chances of achieving success, the cornerstone is communication. Why am I saying all of this? By the end of the day, and in the beginning of the day, when we open our mouth, that is when we start projecting, we start telling what the other person does not know about us. Can be our bosses, can be our employees, can be our subordinates, can be our peer, can be whoever we are speaking with. They do not know what we are thinking till the time we're actually starting to speak those things. So what we are going to say is going to make sure where we reach. So let's, with these communications, so I have come up with this thing called 6 C's, which starts as a beautiful program, a beautiful concept. Forget the program. Concept, which starts with communication, leads to conversation. Conversation, when it happens, it leads to collaboration. And when people are collaborating, it calls for coaching. With coaching, it leads to a community, and from community builds a culture. So we have 100 and more strategies that we employ. But as it's rightly said, that culture eats strategy for breakfast. So culture is going to be the ruling factor. Culture is going to be the touchstone. Culture is going to be the deciding factor. Culture is going to be the differentiator, which will differentiate one successful organization from the other not so successful organization. So what do we do for culture? Let's get the communication correct. Let's let people move from communication to conversation, and from conversation, let them collaborate. When they collaborate, let's do coaching as part of communication. With that, we'll form a community of like-minded, unleashed, powerful, free people who can express because they have that psychological safety. And that will form the bedrock of the organization, that is the culture. So that's the program that I'm doing with a lot of corporates here in our country, and a lot of them have been, all of them have been very successful, and a lot of them have found peace with this training. So 6 C's of communication. Interested? Call me, connect with me, comment here on LinkedIn, I'll get back to you. This I'm doing with my company, which is CAM Training Services, and we're based out of New Delhi. See you soon.